Yo guys, what's going on? It's your boy Dread, and this is a topic request video from my boy B Pimp 5. He was like, "Hey Dread, you did a video about men approaching women. Why don't you do one about women approaching men?" I was like, man, well, that's a rarity in itself because ladies, when you approach us for once, that's like a Christmas present. That's like one of those things you get that you don't expect it. Like, god damn, I ain't gotta go out and look for it. Instead, it's coming to my doorstep. That's a rarity. And he was like, well, why doesn't it happen as often as it should? I was like, I kind of agree that it doesn't happen as often as it should, but there's a reason behind that. Because, for example, my cousin Alana, we were out at the mall, like, maybe about a few months ago. We were out at the mall. She seen a guy who she thought was attractive. She was like, he's cute. I was like, well, why don't you go talk to him? It's like, why? So I can make it easy for him? I look like a slut? I was like, yeah. But of course, I was just joking about that. But ladies, if that's the reason why, you don't approach men more often because you think you're easy, we'll think you're easy, or you look like a slut. That is not the case because it's rare that it happens today. Like, hey, I like you too. You want my number? Sure. You want to go out sometime? Sure. It rarely happens like that because people got too much pride. Because like the dating game today is kind of like chess. It's kind of like who's gonna make the first move, and you don't want to make a mistake when you make that first move, as far as saying the wrong thing. And for reasons why women approach us, because like my friend was like, I talked to a friend about this. He was like, man, if a woman approaches you, you should never question why. You should just shut up and let it happen. I agreed and I disagree. Because you got to wonder, why is a woman coming up to you in the first place? She got to have a reason. And I'm going to tell y'all 3 reasons why I think a woman will approach us. Reason 1, a lot of them going to get pissed off at me for this one, but I'm going to go ahead and say it anyway. And if you get offended, I'm probably talking about you. Number 1, reason why women approach us is because they want something. They see something that we got and they want it too. Like, for instance, if you're out in public and say, what the hell is that bum ass dude doing with a fly ass girl like that? Then you see him driving around in a $100,000 Lotus, and you're like, god damn, this is why. It's material possession. She sees something that he had, and she took advantage of it. But if you're only dating him for that, that's kind of petty. But hey, it happens. What are you gonna do? Reason number 2 why a woman might approach a man is because she's feeling a little bit down. She may feel a little bit insecure, like especially like those library type chicks, like the smarter ones, the bookworms. Like, man, I'm sick of waiting around. No guy's gonna approach me, so I better go approach a guy. And women who approach guys are a little bit less attractive than guys who approach women because it seems like they have an insecurity about themselves. Because like most of the time, those girls get turned down by the guys. Now, I have been approached by a couple of women, but I wasn't really physically attracted to them. Now, don't get me wrong, they had pretty damn good personality, but I just didn't feel the physical attraction. I didn't feel like it would last long anyway. And I know it's a little bit insecure, but that's the truth. That's pretty much just how I feel about it. And reason number 3, and this is pretty much the rarest one out of the bunch. Reason number 3 why a woman might approach a man is because it most likely happens when she's just getting out of a relationship. She just had with another dude, and the argument starts with, you can't find. Well, the dude's like, you can't find another dude better than me, and then she's like, oh, really? I can't bet. Reason number 3 is why, because she trying to find another dude to make him jealous. She's trying to make her ex jealous by finding another dude. She doesn't care who it is. Instead of just taking time off to grieve from the bad relationship, she wants to go out and rush to things just to make her ex jealous, which is even worse. I don't see why you do that, because that's not fair to you, and that's not fair to the guy, and that's not fair to your ex. So why would you do that? And anyway, just to wrap it up here, guys, as far as I feel about approaching anybody, whether it be men approaching women or women approaching men, it doesn't happen as often, and we do kind of need to put our pride aside. And I know approaching people can be kind of intimidating. I know that's why I kind of don't approach a lot of women. I don't feel like I don't approach a lot of women as I need to. But it's complicated because we're all people. We all got flaws. Because like you try to figure out what the right thing to say or do. You're like, oh man. But you got to remember, the people you're approaching, they're human too. So what's the problem? And I need to take my own advice. But anyway, y'all guys tell me what y'all think. Do y'all agree or disagree with the reasons that I said that women might approach a man? And I'm gonna be pretty interested to see what kind of comments and video responses that I get from this one, because this is a controversial topic. Anyway, I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Later.